Welcome to the Crazy Happy Podcast. Thank you for dropping in for your dose of crazy happiness and a quick hit of positivity. Welcome to episode 28. I'm your host, Tanya Vetter of TanyaVetter.com. Today's show has been brought to you by Women Empowerment Training Institute, empowering women and youth through engagement and exposure. Welcome, guys. Hey, I'm calling today Wisdom Wednesday. Why? Because I have a lot of knowledge nuggets that I promised you guys I would give you from the Money Mindset seminar I went to. And so if I were you, I would grab a notepad and something to write with. Let me go ahead and forewarn you. If you hear paper rattling on my ends, guys, I'm literally sitting here covered with paper from all of the little notes that I took at the Money Mindset meeting. But this is the thing. It is so much information. I can't fit it all into one episode. I know research showed that. The average person's attention span is about 18 minutes. And you guys know I like to do my episodes less than 10 minutes, right? Exactly. So I'm going to get in a few of them. And then on the, we always do Finance Friday, right? So I have more then. And I'll see if I can squeeze in a couple of doses tomorrow. Got it? All right. So today is Wisdom Wednesday, but wait for the topic. Okay. You ready for it? The topic is don't wait for a miracle. Create one. I'm going to say that again. The topic is, don't wait for a miracle, create one. And the quote is, formal education will make you a living, and self-education will make you a fortune. I'm going to say that again. Formal education will make you a living, and self-education will make you a fortune, by Jim Rohn. Now look, let me tell you this. We are kind of shy when it comes to talking about money, right? And I want to make money a comfortable subject here because it was something that I struggled to understand. Like many of you, I believed money was for what? Spending, right? And then we grew up, I'm sure many of you have, with these myths about money. So I want you to fill in the blank. Which money myth did you hear or have you heard? Or do you still currently hear, think, or believe? Fill in the blank. Money don't grow on trees. How about money is the root of all evil, right? And then how about this one? The rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. I know all of you said it with me. And here's the last one, which is my favorite one. More money, more problems, right? And what we call those are limiting beliefs. And I'm going to go a step further. They are also blocks. Those limiting beliefs block you from being able to accumulate wealth in abundance for yourself, okay? Those limiting beliefs prevent anyone from accumulating or achieving financial wealth for themselves. That leads me to this point. Wealth in abundance is actually a mindset. So it's not only what's in your bank account, it's a mindset. It is a state of being first. There's always been a belief that money brings success, when in actuality, success brings money. I'm going to say that again. Many believe that money brings success, but it's not. Actually, success brings money. So what are some of your limiting beliefs about money? What myths do you still currently hold and have, right? Because this is the thing. Our thoughts and our words determine our actions. And guess what? It determines our results. I'm going to say that again. Our thoughts and our words determines our actions, which determines our results. So you have to really look at some of those money blocks and ask yourself, why do I believe that? Why have I been believing that? And when I say don't wait for a miracle, create one, I say that because we have the power to change our minds at any given time. We have the power to do that. So wealth comes when you begin to value it, when you decide that it's an okay thing to have, do, and be. And that leads me to this thing. Many times we believe when we say wealth, abundance, prosperity, we're just talking about the almighty dollar. And this is not true. What I learned in the money mindset meeting is that wealth is a 360-degree experience, which means that it touches our relationships, our careers, our health, and our finances. Okay. And so it requires one to believe that there's always enough, though, right? In all of those areas, it's always enough. There are enough positive relationships. It forces you to believe that there are enough careers that you desire to have. There's enough good health available, all right, and there are enough finances. So wealth and abundance is a mindset. It requires you to, number one, if you're writing this down, number one, it requires you to believe that there is always enough provided by a greater source than ourselves. That's number one. Number two, where you are going and why you are going there must be very, very clear. I'm going to say that again. Wherever it is you want to go in life and why you are going must be very, very clear. It can't be accidental and it can't be hopeful. Successful people, wealthy people, people that live in abundance, they are intentional. And I'm going to talk about how to be intentional and what actions you can take to show intentions probably a little later on this week, because there are some actions you must take, right? So where you're going and why you're going there needs to be very, very clear. And number three is ask yourself, who will benefit from this pursuit? I'm going to say that again because that's a big one. You hear people say they want to be wealthy, they want to be abundant. They just think they do. But when you ask who will benefit from this, if it's just you, then you might want to plan something else, because one thing that Dr. DeMartini clearly states is those who are wealthy are in a business that services others. So the picture has to be bigger than just you and your household and your family. So here we go. Let's knock out a couple of the myths with a rebuttal. So number one, for those of us who have heard money is the root of all evil, I want to clearly say that money is just a neutral medium. It's just something that we give in exchange for services. But here's when money becomes energy. It becomes energy based on what we do. It's called currency for a reason, okay? So money is just a neutral medium until it gets in our hand. Now, what we do with it is the determining factor. Number two, I hear so many people say money is not important. Well, that may be the reason why they don't value it and they spend it. So they have, when people say, I want to make extra money, and they call it disposable income. Be careful with your words, because disposal means you're throwing away something. And oftentimes that is the case. So number three, you hear, and I've heard, and we've heard the common catch that the rich gets richer and the poor gets poor. Well, money gravitates where it's value. And here's the thing, the people who are rich, they actually thought they could be rich. So guess what? Money goes where it's desired and appreciated. It's not racist. It doesn't have an opinion. It goes where it's valued and appreciated. And the fourth one is my absolute favorite. Rich people have too many problems. It goes under the more money, more problems one. And here's the thing, so do broke people. So since problems seem to be unavoidable, I'm just going to say, for me, I'd rather have financial freedom as I cope with those problems. Finally is the common saying that it is selfish to want money. It is selfish to want money. Well, here's the thing, and I've said this on previous episodes, money in good hands has the potential to do more good. Don't judge people who want more. I'm going to say that again. Do not judge people who want more. So if money is not your thing, if money is not your jam, that's fine. You don't have to want money. Here's what I want you to do, though. I would like for you not to judge others who want more. Okay, let us desire to have more. And if you don't want the problem of having money, give it to me. No, just kidding. Don't give it to me. But my point is that we don't understand the power of what we say. We feel like we have a small part to play in what happens in our life. We feel like we have to leave everything up to chance and only prayer. Yes, prayer is wonderful, necessary. But after you pray, now what? So that leaves me to my so what, now what? Here's what I would suggest a great starting point would be if you are really, really interested in tightening up the financial belt. I'm on this journey too, guys, so I'm writing in pencil with you. Okay, I am writing in pencil with you. I am here and I can understand it because I'm learning as well. So here's the first step. This is exactly what I did that turned it around for me. Go to Dr. Demartini's website and take the free value assessment he has on his webpage. And let me tell you why. This is extremely important. You can't know where you're going if you don't know where you are. And if money, finances, we're talking about finances particularly today. If finances is not at the top five, in the top five category of that value assessment he gives you, then chances are it's the reason why you're seeing your money dwindle. Let me give you a quick example. If your value, if the top five of your list, if the value is, say for instance, your children are, which they should be, right? And say your husband. Well, when you go into the stores or when you go out shopping or whatever, 9 times out of 10, and Dr. Demartini would say 10 times out of 10, the minute you go in that store, you're going to see items that you can purchase for them. But if money, for instance, I'll use myself, money is in the top 3 of my things, right? And so is my business. Well, the money I spend usually goes into that area. It's going to go back into my business, right? So ask yourself, the purchase I can, is it a consumer, producer, or is it helping my money grow? Consumer, producer, or am I making my money grow? And that should get you off to a great start. Now, I'm going to give you actual habits and tips. So on our next Finance Friday or Money Mindset conversation we have something that you can write with so I can really give you the to-dos. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I'm going to give you some actions to take and small steps and things to do. Because here's the thing, I think all of us would do better if we knew better, right? And I think this is just information that many of us have not been privy to. So it just really brings me delight and pleasure to be able to pour back into you what has been poured into me. Check out TanyaVetter.com to get your Dumping Ground journal. You guys know what I say. Be light, be love, be you.